Hello again, folks. So about a year ago, a young man shared a powerful story in the comment section of one of my videos. He said that he'd been a stamp collector his whole life, and he'd taken to carrying around a baggie of stamps in his pocket, so that when the air raid sirens blared, he'd have something to do while he waited for the all clear. It's an important perspective to keep in mind, I think. He went on to say that videos like mine gave him a chance to escape the chaos for a few minutes, and I took his message to heart. I actually think that's when Silk was really born. Silk can be a bit of a clown sometimes.
Look at that. It is absolutely very, very fine. That is the nicest stamp like that I've ever seen.
But underneath the geeking out on stamps is the belief that these little pieces of paper can bring us together. We all have stamps. We all love to be reminded about cards and notes and letters that we received from loved ones. We all need from time to time a reminder that we're on this rock together. A few months ago I started working on my USA stamp collection again. And the world felt like a different place back then. But I've decided that Silk's not going to change, even though my government has. I'm going to keep geeking out on stamps. I'm going to keep sharing my joy with all of you. But first, let me just say that if you're carrying around baggies of stamps in your pocket, I see you. And happy collecting, my friends.
So it's a great time to collect stamps, in part because it's a great time to find gems like this. I'm going to drop a link in the description below to a video I did talking about an eBay trick I used to find stamp albums. And you have to be patient. There are a lot to go through. But if you take your time and you're really picky, you can find some absolute gems. Now this one I bought from a stamp dealer, so I'm not expecting all that many surprises, but we'll see. Oh, it's heavy. Maybe there's more in here than I thought. But I bought it for one particular stamp, and I'm going to let you know at the outset, it is a bucket list stamp. It is what I've wanted for so long, and I am tremendously excited that it has arrived. But who knows, maybe there will be some other gems in here too. Oh, come on, give me my stamps! Oh, there we go. So this is a safe, hingeless stamp album for USA stamps. And the first thing I'm seeing is it might have had better days. It's not intact. I hope that can actually slide back into place. We'll see. And there you go. All right, so the first thing I'm noticing is that this album was potentially stored in the basement. Ah, darn. That's the risk you take when you buy albums off of eBay. So hopefully the stamps themselves are going to be in good shape. We'll see. But right off the bat, that is a nice collection of Colombian stamps. Oh, I love the Colombian series. Very, very nice. All the way to the 15. That is a nice stamp. I love that 8 cent. That looks like it's in great shape. A nice 10 cent too. Oh, that's a cool. Oh, and that's new. Ah, nice. Very nice. Good set of Colombians. I'm not going to lie, I was a little hopeful that there would be earlier stamps, maybe in the back, we'll see. But maybe they start with the commemoratives. Here's hoping. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that nice Trans-Mississippi. Chicago cancel. Oh, cool. As you may know, I have a connection to Chicago, so I love Chicago cancels, and that's on one of my favorite stamps. Oh, I like that stamp a lot. Very nice. Those are cool too. Oh, nice. The new Imperf. That's a great stamp. And the 10-cent. And the 5-cent socked on the nose. Oh, cool. Great stamp. And look at these guys with all the way to the 10-cent. That's a nice set. All right. So I'm seeing some very fine stamps. Like that guy's in great condition too. These are some nice stamps. All right, we're picking up a little bit. I hope the early 1860s are in the back. We'll see. Nice. Nice. Seeing some very fine used stamps. Those are cool to see. A used stamp can be very collectible depending on the condition of the perfs and the overall condition of the stamps. That's cool. Oh, and there it is. This I have wanted for a very long time, and it is mine. Oh, I love it. Needless to say, it is rare. It is sought after in philately. It is a beautiful sheet of stamps. Commemorating the Battle of White Plains, New York in the Revolutionary War. It had happened right after the fall of New York, actually. The British had taken New York City, and then they fought in White Plains, New York. The U.S. lost the fight, but it's remembered as a pivotal moment in Revolutionary War because we learned the importance of a strategic defeat. George Washington's troops were not all slaughtered. They lived to fight a new day, and then that new army took on the insurmountable task of fighting the British. So there you go. The Battle of White Plains sheet is now in my collection. Ah, huzzah! Nice. It's interesting. So these are all used, with a few exceptions, which makes me think if this may have been a European collector. Because these kinds of stamps in the U.S. you tend to see new in collections. But it's hard to say. I do love a nice used stamp. Nice. These are so beautiful. I love the Farley sheets. Such gorgeous, gorgeous pictures from our state parks. Oh, very, very cool. And there you go. That is one of my favorite series. The one that shows images from parks across the land. I think they're very beautiful. Another Chicago cancel. Oh, very cool. I love it. So I titled this video, "Now is a good time to collect stamps." And part of it is you can find some really great stamps out there. Part of it, too, is it's such a stress reliever. It is such a flow experience to just get lost in an album like this. And I don't know where you all are, but we're at the tail end of winter. And it's been frigid cold here for the past week. Unusually cold, and we've been indoors. And so working on my collection and knowing that I had this to look forward to has gotten me through the tail end of a really long winter. So I shouldn't say really long. It's actually been okay. But my point is, it's a great time to collect stamps. You know, that being said, though, when is a bad time? Another Chicago cancel! Oh, cool! Lots of really great cancels in here. You know, for that stamp, it's rarer to find a socked on the nose town cancel than it is to find a new one. So I like that. Yeah, so when's a bad time to collect stamps? It doesn't exist. But it is particularly helpful when you're stuck indoors. And perhaps your children are growing a little stir crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about that. I would never hide away in my stamp den as my children watch the 4th show in a row. No, I would never do that. Oh, all of these are new. Nice. Reminder that, you know, some of these stamps might not be collectible per se because they are very common. But new stamps can always be used as postage. Not that I would with this, but, you know, I'm just saying. Oh, nice. Well, I think my dream of seeing anything before 1893 or back of the book might not come to fruition. Here we go. Ah, shoot. All right, that's the risk you take. You know, I bought it from a stamp dealer, so I kind of assumed there weren't going to be any surprises. And that is the right assumption to make. When you're buying stamps on eBay, bid on the pictures you see, right? Bid on the stamps you see in the lot. Do not expect surprises, or you will overpay for stamps. And so for this one, you know, I was kind of hopeful that maybe some of the other sections weren't pictured, but I also paid what I thought the album that I saw, but more importantly, this beautiful stamp right there, what I thought that was worth. And so with that in mind, I am thrilled. I am so pleased that this is going to take a home or find a home in my collection. Oh, what fun. Oh, I have wanted to fill this page for the longest time. And there you go. This is one of those stamps, or in this case, sheets, that I think every good U.S. collection ought to have. And there you go. Oh, huzzah! So, a big addition to my quest to collect one of every-ish USA stamp. And I hope you enjoyed this little journey. If you did, please like the video and do subscribe to the channel, my friends. It means a great deal. Until next time.